and then Perez is I don't know, fucking Polito, and then KJ is Sandy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're still branches that help the city. However, we handle our own shit, and that's the point, right? Is technically we're little mini leaders inside of the group, and that's why I want you to work with me on stuff like the club. And that doesn't mean that you need to be a part of the group as a whole. You still just have to be working with me, and that's what I think is going to be more suited for what you want to do, because then you get your freedom to do what you want as well. You want to go and do your gardening with Ellie? That's cool. That's fine. As long as I trust you enough not to say anything about any other stuff that you learn, then that's fine. And uh, if you do end up breaking that trust is where the issue will lie, but I don't think that you would do that.
No,
I don't
I
like surrounding
mean
myself with people
that's
like that.
between me and you. It's nobody else's business, and I would say, uh, Ellie, uh, with her family, and I think that she would completely understand that, given that there's plenty that goes on that she doesn't tell me either, that I don't honestly
Yeah,
want to know.
yeah. And that's good. The fact that you don't want to know, a lot of people need to know these things, and then they get all upsetty spaghetti because they don't find out things, and that's frustrating. And its own issue is that you got to deal with their own ego getting hurt because they don't know everything, when in reality they shouldn't know everything. The stuff like the club, obviously you'd know everything to do with that, but further than that, and it's the same with what you would be doing with like the farming, anything that happens in that warehouse you'd know about, but anything further than that you shouldn't really need to know about.
Yeah.
So that's why like I don't have an issue with that. Now Billy has a lot of growing to do in learning the differences between that, and to give a little bit more trust to people and allow that person to either fulfill that trust or burn the trust. And that's where I think his issue lies right now, is the fact that he wants to trust people, but he's been fucked before, and he doesn't realize that just because you've been fucked before on something doesn't mean you need to paint everyone with the same brush.
Yeah.
So whilst I don't have an issue with it, um,
I
he
think
still needs to grow a little bit further with that. And I understand his issues, but he needs
I
to allow
think
you to have fun too.
he just maybe needs, some time. And that's okay. It's ultimately whatever he's comfortable with. And maybe the farming thing for me with you guys is kind of, maybe we put a pin in that for now, and Billy just does his thing and I do mine, and we just focus on the club, and maybe in the future something can happen from it. But it's, I don't know, what do you think?
Um, I know
Do you
that
think there
there's
there is a solution?
I know there's a lot that we need to do with farming, right? And the big part about it is the mass production of it to help with like food stalls and those kind of things, right?
Yeah.
That's the big issue. I know that so Billy did say that he wanted to see if he could buy out Ellie's part of it and go into partnerships with you.
So I texted Billy earlier because I was trying to talk to him. So the thing with the warehouse was, when Ellie took a loan for the warehouse, and when she was sent up on her hut, we were not sure how it was going to be paid. We didn't know how long she was going to be in there for, if it was going to be till trial. Ultimately, she was in there for, I think, about 3 days. But she did end up paying off the warehouse. I did bring that up to her, being bought out of the warehouse, but she said that at that point it was fine, it was covered. So, and I know she loves that warehouse, so I think unfortunately that is off the
Hmm.
table.
Do you think in the future you'd be in a position for yourself and Billy to go into partnerships for another warehouse?
I don't see why not, and I don't think Ellie would have any issue with that. I think, what Ellie and I are doing. Do you want me just to tell you what Ellie and I are,
Sure.
the
If Ellie would be okay
idea?
with it, that's fine.
I don't think she'd have any issue. We, talking about what we kind of want to focus on, would just basically be starting with like moonshine, and just focusing on producing for that, and then like, working on other crops to eventually, help out where we can, with more so with stalls that we know, like Winston Walker's stall. He needs like cucumbers and radishes, that kind of thing.
Sorry, I just gotta
But
say it. Fuck Winston. Sorry.
why?
Winston and I have history.
You have history?
Let's say history. That man. I let him know that he was probably one of the dumbest cops that I have ever had to deal with when coming to warrants. And I had to educate that man whilst I was a judge about warrants and what he's actually supposed to do. There's a couple of cops that I used to, when they called about whether or not I'd sign a warrant, I'd have to get them to explain the difference between RS and PC to me. And that was concerning. They were the ones writing the warrants and they didn't know the difference. It was great. Anyway, sorry. That's just, whenever we see each other, we tell each other to get fucked. So, yeah.
So that's kind of the focus right now. I will say we are very much far. This is, I wouldn't, distant is maybe too harsh of a word, but we are nowhere near like being able to, I think, produce in the quantities that we need. We're still just like working on like growing the plants, and we're kind of just taking it at a leisurely pace, Ellie has a lot of her own stuff going on. I'm trying to not get completely consumed into the farming stuff for my own mental sanity.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where we're at right now with the farming stuff, is that, in the future we would like to be able to produce, like the corn, watermelon, sunflower, wheat, that kind of thing, and then kind of branch out from there.
Okay. How long do you think that's going to be till you start actually being able to produce that, like enough of it?
I mean, probably at the earliest, like couple weeks.
Okay. What's your main issue that's stopping you at the moment?
I think it's just that like we're pretty casual about it. We're
Yeah.
not like
Full
we're not
degen.
in there all the time,
Yeah.
uh growing in the plants to get the quality up. We just kind of do it at our leisure. Cuz
Yeah.
it's just a lot of time.
You got to be a full
And like
blown basement gremlin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our warehouse, our farm is actually on the second floor where all the windows are. So,
Oh, at least you get to see outside. That's a positive.
yeah. You should come after we stop talking. I should show you the warehouse. It's very
Okay.
cute.
Come see it.
But I mean, in the future, if
Hello.
like, that was an option of expanding or sort of pulling resources or getting another warehouse and, working with Billy, I'd love to. I'd love to work with Billy. I think that, especially from what I've heard with moonshine, there is a lot of money in it. It's just a matter of getting there.
I think that's probably going to be the easiest way to alleviate Billy's issues is by him having somewhere to actually like a warehouse to call his own, and then have you coming in and working with him there, because I feel like one of his biggest issues is when they have the really good seeds is giving them and then they get grown somewhere else and then someone else takes them. I think
Yeah,
that's
no,
his concern.
I those are his seeds. Like, I, as far as I'm concerned, those are his seeds. I would never take them out of the house, you know. Even when I was desperate in need for a fast growing carrot, you know, I, and you guys had like 300 of them. I
Yeah.
found that I bought those fast growing carrot seeds because I didn't even want to ask.
Yeah. I think that's his main concern with it all. If that wasn't a concern, I don't see the issue that he would have with it. I think that's the only real part, is if he had somewhere like a warehouse where he knew it was just like, say, you and him and a couple of other people that are associated with us to have access, then I don't see him being worried about you still working with Ellie as well. Because then you can, because I know some of them take forever to grow, right? So you can do one in one
Yeah.
place, then go off and do the other, and then just jump between the two when you want to, kind of deal. But then you also got to
I,
make sure you don't burn yourself to the ground whilst doing it.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, going back to what you're asking about goals, like my main goal is I want to feel productive. I want to stay busy, and I also want to feel useful and like I'm contributing. Um so that's, you know, having a lot to do and helping other people, and you know, still having my own stuff that I can go to when like I need a break from people. um I think that sounds good to me, you
Yeah.
know.
That's very much what I want people that are surrounding me to be doing. But I don't want people to be always relying on me telling them what to do. I want them to know that there's other things that they can do as well in their downtime, because
And
Billy's learning that I'm not always going to be there standing beside him doing these things. He needs to be proactive in doing
yeah,
stuff.
and I would like to, you know, give Billy the opportunity when, like I said, like when like the next, you know, the next drug or the next thing, you know, when is found, that he has the opportunity to work on that and isn't tied into something that like he cannot get away from, you know.
Yep, yep. Because whenever it comes out, I'm going full blown degen into that, and it's yeah. Last time when we changed, I cracked the code 5 times within like a 12-hour period. Other people were still fucking scrambling, still not understanding it. So it's, yeah, it's one of those things where when it comes to, so my side, which is what I call R&D, right? The research and development. Um,
Mhm.
anything that has to do with puzzles is my playground for us. So we had a puzzle, and then say, for example, if I need to start doing chemistry stuff because of meth or fentanyl or coke or anything like that, right? That's when I start to do my things, because that's what I D10 hard at. Like back in the day when meth was a thing, running all the public labs that were around is what I used to do too. So that's the kind of ballpark that I want people that are working with me to be involved in and happy to work with. So whilst I do the club thing, when there's a new drug coming out, I'm going to be going pretty crazy on that. And yeah, Billy's going to be a part of that, plus anyone else that I deem that would enjoy it. I don't want them
Yeah.
feeling like that they're stuck to just doing that. I need people to have other things and not get upsetty spaghetti because I'm not there standing there by their side. Which unfortunately Billy does sometimes because he's got some attachment to me.
Did you lock him in a cage?
Yes,
Okay.
he deserved it.
He deserved it.
Yes. He has a cage for when he does dumb things, and I have also stabbed him 3 times.
He deserved that too.
Every one of them. Most recently, the recent one, He thought that it would be a hilarious idea that as I was going to sleep, to quickly throw a key in my pocket. So when I woke up a couple of days later, I didn't know what the fuck this key was that was on me. And I was running around for like an hour, hour and a half trying to work it out and understand what this key was, but he knew the whole time. Between that and his constant poking for like the 3 weeks before that of just doing things to make me angry. Yeah, no, he definitely deserved that one.
You know, I was in the basement one time, and I think I was growing carrots. I was making fertilizer, and I was looking in the fridge, and I'm just standing there. I'm looking at all the seeds, and I like hear something, over my shoulder, and I look around, and Billy is just standing there behind me. I have no idea how long he was there.
Yeah.
It totally freaked me out.
Yeah, that's Billy doing Billy things. It's yeah. I almost stabbed him today when I woke up and saw what he was wearing. I didn't know who the fuck was in the house. That was something that man brings it on himself a lot of the times. He really does. He stabbed me once and then I just didn't talk to him for 5 days, and I think it absolutely destroyed him. Yeah. And
Wait, he stabbed you?
he stabbed me over farming.
Oh my god.
Because he thought that I was hindering his research. I don't know. Shit has a PB title. That's Billy's story.
You need to take him for like an ice cream now and again or something. Get him out of that basement.
Well, I mean, that's not really my thing though.
Maybe I'll take him out for an ice cream.
Maybe. I did leave Fiona in charge of him while I was gone. Let me read the message I sent her. Oh, I emailed it, didn't I? Okay, so I said, hello, you're in charge of Billy while I'm gone for the week. Make sure he doesn't eat too much glue or do anything stupid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I sent a message to Billy. Just hold on, we find it. Billy, Fiona is in charge of you while I'm gone. She's considered your legal guardian for the week. Try not to be too difficult for her to deal with. A day later, the first day that I'm gone, Fiona sends me a message saying Billy isn't gonna make it.
Oh god.
Yep, so that's concerning.
Yeah.
Apparently he's alive. He freaked out for a bit and changed how he looked and stood there telling me about how much he missed me. And yeah, that's Billy.
It's Billy.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But I think with everything, you keep doing what you want with Ellie. We'll work out something for you and Billy to do.
okay.
Keep working with how you want to work with them. And we'll try and work something else out where you have like 2 different places to go to mass produce. Don't be too concerned about people looking
not the
you.
basement.
Yeah. Try not to feel like people look at you sideways for anything like that. Ultimately, I'm Billy's boss, right? So if I'm okay with you working and doing that stuff and then coming and helping us, that's fine.
Dragon called me the other day because I think he was trying to get a food stall. So he was asking me, he was like, if I get this food stall, will you or Billy be able to give me tomatoes and onions for the stall? And immediately I was like, you should talk to Billy. Like, yes, like I could have probably produced those, but at the end of the day, I wanted that to be something that came from Billy, because of that connection that Dragon has. And like
I've told Dragon so many times to talk to Billy and at least make him feel included. Like, shit, fuck Dragon.
I think he just couldn't get a hold of Billy, so
fuck
he
Dragon.
called him, but
yep, I said it.
That's my grandson.
He's a rat.
He's not a rat.
He's a rat. He's got little rat hands like Benji. They're both rats. Came from the same cage.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Sorry, it's just outburst. Dragon has forever annoyed me as a person. I've tried to help that man so many different times and he's just always cooked. Then he starts giving me dad jokes all the time and
Yeah, it sounds like him.
yes, they both have little rat hands, him and Benji.
What do you mean rat hands?
Oh, you've never seen Benji scheming before?
I mean, he tried to pull Tilly and I into his trap house idea.
Yeah.
That was something.
Whenever Benji schemes, just imagine a rat rubbing their little rat hands together. That is Benji. Yes, that's 100%. Anytime he tries to scheme, he's just rubbing his little rat hands together. Yes. But when I have more things, I kind of want to bring you in closer to a lot of the stuff. So just whenever you feel comfortable with wanting to learn more and do more, just let me know. It's going to be at your own pace.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need to figure out what you want to do and how you want to work things. But the offer's there to work closer with me. Essentially, you already know a lot of the stuff of how I work. I don't do all the banks. I don't do all the shooting and that kind of stuff. However, if I'm ever told that I need to do it, I can do it. But I prefer to live a little bit more in the shadows and do the more fun crimes for me. So if you ever want to do more of that, just let me know.
Well, if the offer is there, I'd like to take it and work with you. I'd like to accept it.
Oh yeah. Means you need to cut off everyone to do with CG. I'm joking. Relax.
I was gonna say, well, except for Ellie.
Yeah. Wow.
But is it okay if I talk to Ray about this?
Yes.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Don't feel like you can't.
So excited.
Don't feel like you can't talk to him about those things. A lot of the stuff that I do, they know anyway. So if it's stuff that I'm talking to you about inside of what we would handle as a group, don't feel like you can't talk to those two about it because you most definitely can. But I think that working closer with me would probably be a lot more up your alley than doing a lot of the stuff, say what Benji or Ray get into and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be a good idea for you to pursue that legal aid. Trust me, the DOJ's fucked. If you do become a lawyer, you want to rip your hair out at some of what the dumb shit the judges do. But it's good for you to learn that because it makes you smarter with what you do. Like everything that I've learned whilst doing law stuff has helped me be a smarter criminal.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I often tell people, you know, obviously it depends on the cop, depends on the situation, but if, you know, I encourage people to take things to bench trial and to fight things because a lot of times it comes down to articulation. And what I have seen plenty of times is officers unable to articulate the charges that they're giving people. And if they can't articulate it, then a judge will not find somebody guilty. It doesn't really matter if they did it or not. It just matters whether or not the officer can actually articulate the crime.
Yeah. Unless you get a dumb judge that just wants to see how everything plays out. And oh God, I've had them before. Do you know, here's one for you, right? Here's one for you. So a cop crashes into our car while we're stationary at a light. Billy's in the trunk. She asks us if we're okay. And I'm like, oh, my neck hurts, my neck hurts. Billy says something whilst he's in the trunk. And then she asks if he's a hostage. My response was, yeah, he's totally a hostage. In that same voice, right? Sarcasm clearly there. And then he says, yeah, I'm a hostage. And then she says, don't think I won't break off this chase to pull you over. And I'm like, please, you've got more important things to do. Attend to that. And then she goes, right, okay. We've got a potential hostage situation. And then requests more units.
Was it?
I can't remember the cop's name. But then requested more units and she said that she's breaking off the chase for this. Next thing, all the cops break off the chase for this. And then felony stopped me. And I was saying in the felony stop, I said, is not actually a hostage. He even said he's not a hostage. They proceed to charge him with felony obstruction of justice because they broke off the chase.
I was literally about to say, you're lucky they didn't give you felony obstruction of justice.
Now,
but they actually did. They gave Billy?
They gave Billy felony obstruction of justice. Now, I laughed at them. I said, if anything, you would get misdemeanor, that's it, because he is not knowing of any crime that is happening, which means he has no intention to obstruct that crime.
That's true. It would be misdemeanor.
And then I said, the kicker here is you decided to break off that chase on your own volition. Now, there's a case law, I can't remember in what state in America, right? That if someone is around a scene and making noise, and a police officer decides to walk away from that scene to deal with that person then cannot be charged with felony obstruction of justice because the officer decided to do it on their own volition. It was their choice. The person didn't force them to do anything. Now that's exactly the same as this situation.
Did Billy actually get it? Did he get it or did they drop it?
He ended up getting misdemeanor obstruction of justice, and I even argued.
Did he double down? Did he keep saying he was a hostage, or did he go back and say he wasn't a hostage?
I can't remember. I think he might have said it again before she pulled us over, and then during it he said, "I'm not a hostage." So there was that, but it was Den who ended up pushing the charges, and the reason he did that was because he was pissed off at me and wanted to get at me by charging Billy. Now, what does that sound like to you?
That sounds like malicious prosecution.
Correct. Exactly. That is exactly what it is. It's malicious prosecution, charging someone else to get back at someone because they can't charge that person. So even looking at misdemeanor, right? He didn't know that a crime was happening. But how is he obstructing any kind of justice from happening when an officer decides to break off on their own free will, for one, and two, crashed into us?
Yeah.
So that's the hard bit with it. But the judge stupidly still gave misdemeanor, and I'm like, that's just dumb. So sometimes you will get judges that do things that don't make sense as per what the law should be. And you might argue it the best way possible, but the judges still do dumb things. Right. You'll learn that. But, you know, other than that, you'll still learn a lot more about the law and how you can handle yourself.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. And, you know, part of the reason why I am kind of pushing to get my bar license is all of the apparently consistent rights violations. And if I can do something to sort of help with that and, you know, to, I don't know, bring more accountability, even though I know that's kind of a pipe dream, I think I need to try. I mean,
you know, that's why I got my bar license originally.
Really?
So way back when, long time ago, right? I may or may not have murdered someone. I was on a drug-fueled bend of robbing Evangelico's jewelry store, right? And there was Garcia and Davenport that were on scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing a lot of drugs at the time, and I was threatening the hostage. They essentially no-ballsed me to shoot the hostage because they knew that I was in quite a violent state at that point. They said, if you shoot that hostage, you're not coming out of here alive. I said, is that a bet? And they said, it's a promise. I had a Draco in my hands at the time. 7.62. I mag dumped him. Turns out he died.
Jesus.
I go into jail for 28 days. I spent in there till I had my trial.
28 days?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 28 days. That's why I find it comical when people laugh a bit, cry about fucking 3 days. You know, wild. 28 days. Anyway, so I end up getting, because of what had happened, I ended up getting second-degree murder. However, one of the stipulations was that I need to be a judge's assistant and learn more about the law and see what happens to people and how it affects people. So I became a judge's assistant for a month. Sorry, guys. I learned a lot about what was happening. I saw people just having dog shit lawyers or having no lawyers and just getting stomped on the ground and having their rights just completely destroyed by PD all the fucking time. And I was doing the stenography and learning about objections and how court works. At the end of the month, the judge that I was working with said that I can have my bar license if I want it, because I learned a lot about it. And I ended up getting my bar license because I was sick of, because I was saying this to her, I was sick of people just getting rolled in court and stomped on, having no rights. So I ended up doing that, and that's how I ended up getting my bar license. It's all because I murdered someone. Crazy.
Hey, man.
That's pretty incredible, not gonna lie.
But it taught me a lot during those times. A lot. First YouTube? I don't know, is it?
I don't know. I guess just kind of being on the other side of it, and you know, even though I haven't been arrested or anything, but just hearing like people, I think maybe are a little bit more truthful now that I'm not a cop, and their experiences with police officers and everything. I don't know. It's kind of a hard thing for me to wrap my head around, the rights violations, because it was really kind of hammered into me, you know, the one thing you don't do is violate somebody's rights. So it's it's always very surprising to me when officers are unable to, you know, do that basic thing.
You know, on my
And I think they do it because there are no consequences, you
they
know.
also do it because they're stupid. You know, in the first
And
couple of
no,
weeks,
I think you're right. Like what I was saying to Ellie with this officer who violated her rights is it wasn't just that, it was also they raided her properties. I know that because I was in the warehouse when they raided it. Um but they took they sent her search warrant 2 days after they were supposed to. um I would be very curious if they actually took anything from any of her properties, because she didn't get any raid receipts. But what I told Ellie was that this officer that was processing her, or, you know, dealing with her in the cells, she's a pretty new cop. And I don't necessarily think it's so much her fault, but I think it's the way that she's been trained.
yep.
And it was part of the reason why I never really wanted to get super involved with the cadet program or FTOing, because I didn't agree with the way that cadets were being trained. I feel like it's very loosey goosey. Um, it's very they aren't focused on their foundations as much as they should be. I don't. It is not at the same level that it should be.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So within the first 2 weeks of me coming back to the city, I had my rights violated already, right? So yeah, get this. I'm driving along in a brown Glendale, right? Just driving around. Next thing, as I turn a corner, a cop races up to behind my car as I'm sitting at the red light. Flash their lights. Don't say anything. They just flash their lights. I'm just like, "Are you pulling me over?" They said, "Yeah, go ahead and pull it to the side." Like, okay. Pulled over the car. It's Cornwood. He gets out of the car and he says, "License and registration." I said, "What'd you pull me over for?" And he said, "We've had a crime in the area and we were told that it was a brown car. That's why I'm pulling you over." And I said, "Okay, do I match the suspect's description?" And he goes, well, you're in a brown car. And I said, okay, so did they tell you it was a brown in color Glendale or what? And he's just like, oh, it was a brown car. And I said, okay, get me your supervisor down here then, right? He couldn't understand the fact that he's just pulling over a random brown car that doesn't match the suspect description nor the suspect car, just that it's brown. It was impeding my ability to move freely. Now,
Yeah.
after he realized that he's pulled over the wrong car, I said, well, thank you very much for illegally detaining me. He responds back with, you aren't detained, this is just a traffic stop. And I'm like, holy sweet Jesus.
That is a detainment.
I'm like, ain't no way that he just fucking said that I'm not detained.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the kind of shit that I saw within my first 2 weeks of being back. And that was fantastic. I'm like, okay, well, this is wonderful. And next thing I hear that he's trying to become a sheriff, I'm like, this guy didn't even know that this was a fucking detainment. Like, what the fuck? So if he ever pulls me over and then I drive off on him, I have grounds that I can turn around and say, well, last time he pulled me over and he had lights on, he said that it wasn't a detainment, so I figured it was the same.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. So yes, there's a lot that PD need to learn, and
Yeah.
that's just wild to me that he wanted to be a sheriff when he didn't even know what a fucking detainment was.
Well, hopefully he knows now.
Yeah. But you have a chat with Ray like you wanted to, and if you want to work close with me on a lot of the things, then just let me know. I work a lot different to what everyone else does.
We're locked in, Reggie. We're doing it.
Hell yeah, good shit. Now you want to show me your little farming spot?
I do. It's super cute.
Let's
I can't
go.
wait. Very proud of it. It was very
We locked in Kit.
heartwarming earlier. Ellie and I were there, and
We did it.
You know, Breckers and Mickey, their warehouse or their bar is right next door to ours, and Winston's warehouse is like across from ours. And there were like a bunch of people that ran in, and they were all like chatting and like hanging out in the warehouse, and it was just like really lovely to see.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That, all warehouses that aren't like full-blown criminal things. Good.
Yeah, I really it's just a very like cozy place. We're still working on
All right, Kit, we're going to rob a bank.
Decorating the downstairs. It's decorating, as you know, is very expensive.
Oh
but
yeah.
I think it's gonna look pretty cute when it's all done.
Did I tell you how much it's going to cost to decorate the club?
No. How much?
Like 250, 300k in total.
Oh my god. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. There's I don't know. I think there's a lot that we can do with decorating the downstairs space, but it's just gonna be something that's gonna happen slowly over time. I think it'll probably change as well. Like when I'm fairly new to the whole decorating thing, so still kind of figuring out, you know, what
Have you learned
works
how to
and what
duplicate
doesn't.
things properly?
I think so.
So you know that on your little tablet there, you've just got to shift and drag one of the arrows and it duplicates on that exact spot.
Okay, I did not know that.
It's so helpful. It is so helpful.
I wish I did know that. I'll show you the thing that I really wish I knew that for when we get there. Let me mark it.
It's really helpful for walls and stuff like that.
Okay, it's on Mutiny.
Is it one of the ones with the angled roof?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I had a look at them. The angled roof, I'm like, this is going to piss me off if I have to work with it.
I think it's just slightly angled.
Yeah. One of the houses that I was trying to decorate, one of the internal walls is different to, like, sticks out further than the other one that's just across from it. And it's like 2 extra large walls, like, 2 large like extra large balls will fit between it, but then like if you line them up, one sticks out further than the other, and it was just so dumb.
Because it's slightly angled.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. It tilted me.
There's I had to like put up kind of a fake wall in one area, and I think it is just slightly angled, so I can see just a tiny line in one place, and
Yeah.
I've accepted it. I'm like, it's fine.
Eventually, after doing enough, you're like, nah, fuck it. Yeah. But you always see that line, and you're like, I hate this line, but there's nothing you can really do about it. Yep. I've been there.
Yeah.
After doing it enough, you're like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it.
Like, it looks fine. It looks good.
Is it the one with the unicorns?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll call you back in a bit.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, welcome. Okay, so this is the downstairs area, and the idea is that we're gonna have these little I made this kind of quickly, and I might change it, but we'll have these little stalls for different produce, and we'll have one for, you know, like watermelon and corn and wheat and whatever else. And the idea is, you know, like you could come in here and I have a little fridge down here that I would keep everything in, you know.
Now I
Like a
understand
little
why you want to
farmer's
keep doing
market.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand now.
And then, yeah, you see, it's so cute. And the flowers, I did those. And then over here, up here, is our little farming area.
Oh, look, there's your little windows too.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're going to work on, you know, getting a big grow bed and probably a couple more of these, the trough thingies. And, you know, we're just going to just keep chipping away at it. But yeah, you get it now. You get it. It's so cute.
Yeah, I understand now. Look at all your little flowers you put everywhere.
I beg your pardon?
Look at all the flowers you put everywhere.
I know.
So you
Very
made them with
proud of those.
you made them with zeros in the emissive ball, yeah?
I did.
Yeah.
Brecker's actually did the lighting in here. He used the orbs.
Yeah.
And then Ellie was like, I bet we could make flowers out of them. So I figured out I could do it with the big zeros. And
That's actually a smart idea.
Because the letters actually kind of glow. So they just, it really kind of, it adds to it.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense now.
Yeah.
You can't really tell the roof is that angled now.
It is, I think, just slightly
Yeah.
angled.
You can only just see it, but you can't really tell with how this is done.
Yeah, I don't really notice it, to be honest. It's not too bad.
This is cool. Look, and your windows. Perfect for when you know PD's about to kick the doors in again.
Well, when the raid happened, I was actually looking in the fridge, and I was on the phone and I'm chatting to I think I was talking to Flops from the BBMC. He was talking to me about farming, and all of a sudden I hear the PD just shout, "Police, put your hands up!" And I was like, "What the hell?" It was so good. It was so good. But
they probably
yeah,
thought they caught you moving stuff too. They're probably so excited.
You want to hear the funniest thing? They didn't even search me either.
What? Really?
Me. Yeah, there was nothing in here. I had nothing on me that it didn't matter. But yeah, no, they put me in cuffs. They took me outside, and then they didn't even frisk or search me.
What?
Yep.
That's actually the dumbest thing I have heard. Holy shit. You could have had everything illegal on you and they would not have known.
Yep.
That's actually fucking wild.
I think they did ask me. They're like, "Do you have anything illegal on you?" And I said, "Nope." And I said, "Are you
Only
going to
looking for
search me?" And they
CG.
said, "No, no."
No, then
I
that's
said, "All
different,
right."
yeah. And they wouldn't be searching.
I don't know. Maybe it's because it's me. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Maybe because they saw the farm and they're like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, I was just farming. It was great.
All right. Well, I now need to catch up with Fiona. I like what you've done with the place.
Thank
You're
you.
gonna add it. You're gonna like have a little wall here or anything?
Here, I think we're gonna. I think I might leave this part open. I'm not sure. Maybe eventually. It's pretty.
You could do like a little balcony here that you look over, like a
You mean
little
like
wall.
extend it?
No, no. So like have like a little, make it look like a little fence by using like medium, medium or smalls, and then make like a little fence there so you can still look over it, but you have to take the ladder down anyway.
Yeah.
Make it look something nice like that. So when you're standing up there, you see a little fence and stuff.
That'd be cute.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I want to try to keep like as much light upstairs as possible.
Yeah.
So I think like a fence or something just so that we still have those windows over there.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. Would you mind giving me a ride back to my bike?
Sure can. No, I'm gonna make you walk from here.
Could use probably the exercise. I haven't been
Who do you
jogging as
hang
much.
around? That you had to ask that. What, do people
What do
just
you
dump
mean?
you places and that's it?
No. No. No, that really hasn't ever happened, but I guess I just try to be polite and ask.
Oh, okay. So I went to Senior Buns before and they're closed, but Red still made me a meal. Have the other stalls actually been opening? Because there was nothing that was open when I got there. Right? That's what I was alluding to.
One or two. Like the clown stall is open pretty often. Burger by the Ocean, I think, is open. And Leah's is open sometimes. But the last couple of days, I think a lot of them have been closed.
Bastards.
I know that like ownership has shifted on some of them lately, so maybe that's part of it.
Yeah. I need to get food again after this. That wasn't enough for me last time, but it's fine. Maybe Fiona has food.
Yeah.
Just rob Fiona of her food. I need to catch up with her and see what Billy's actually been doing.
Yeah, I try to buy kind of as much as I think I'll need for the day, you know, because I just don't know if it'll be open later.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. It was a good talk.
Very good talk. Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Let me know if what gets worked out with Billy. And let me know when you're ready to start talking about the club, okay?
All right. Sounds good. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Good to talk to you.
All right. Let's go catch up with Fiona. Kit situation handled. Sorted. Let's see what Fiona's been up to and how her head's at.
Hello.
Fiona, have you got food? Or do I need to stop at the food court first?
Why is there a stolen ass looking car outside my house? Oh yeah, I don't have food.
Okay, well I'm gonna go get food first and then we can meet up.
Are you okay, sir?
Has got some rando at your house?
No, it's Dragon, but he looks like a rando.
Typical dragon doing dragon things.
Just give me a second. Yeah, I don't have food though.
It's alright, I'm gonna stop at the food court to see if I can get some food. And then we can catch up and see how you've been while I've been away.
Alright. Yeah, just let me know when you're done.
All right. Goodbye.
All right. Bye.
All right. The one thing sorted. I still need to get fucking food for myself. This is bullshit. I'm about to just fucking order something and then have to run out to the door and get it. I think I might just fucking do that, honestly.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have enough fucking time to go actually sort out some food. El Reposo. Food stall. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me just get this combo over. Here you go. Here is your combo. Sorry about the wait and thank you.
You're all good. Thank you so much. Yeah, have a good day.
You as well. Hello.
Fuck it, I'm ordering something. Fuck this. Fuck everything.
He's baking bread. The bread burns within 2 seconds of it being ready. So he's concentrating real hard.
Oh, I
The
think I
ovens
understand,
are
sorry.
real bad like that.
No, I was just wondering why you're just walking around. Not
God
saying
damn, I don't
anything.
have many choices.
Now say now you have to concentrate because the bread rolls burn on a dime.
Burger or KFC? Burger or KFC? What do I want? What do I want?
I work over at Senior Buns.
Fuck it. Burger.
Oh no, you're fine. I was just, 'cause you looked at me a few times. So I was
Greg
confused.
Tootie's channel? Ah.
Can I help kill
Ma'am.
your can I help kill your hunger today?
Yeah,
You
sure.
guys
Can I
reckon
get 2 of them
KFC?
combo things?
Is reckon?
It doesn't really matter what. They're for other people.
All right, well feel free to go ahead and swipe your card and I'll get that ready.
So
for
2
you.
burgers, 3 KFCs. Come on.
There you go.
What should I get? Cough it up, chat. Cough it up. What should I get? KFC or a
Let me
burger?
set it all up for you.
There's a lot of burgers coming in. Lots of burgers. That's a pretty actually split, aren't you? Holy shit.
Do y'all mind if I ask you a question? I guess not
Yeah.
him since he's busy.
Australian
what do y'all do for
KFC is
fun, I guess around the city.
big difference to American though.
Oh, well we're clowns, so we gotta make our own fun. Very easily.
Oh,
Fuck it, I'm getting KFC. You guys said it.
Yeah,
We're doing
personally,
KFC.
I'd like to do some crime brulee, some well, we also have the clown risk, some hide and seek. We have demolition derbies up on the mountains. I like to play tennis sometimes. That's always really yucking fun.
you said a lot of words I don't really understand, but that sounds nice.
That guy. He said a lot of words I don't understand.
Overall, we throw a few clown games and events for people to have fun with us. So if you ever want to see what the clowns do to get up to having fun, look out on Twitter. We'll be able to
Oh.
tell you soon.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, absolutely. Here you go. Feel free to enjoy.
Thank you, ma'am. Y'all have fun.
You as well. Hello. Sorry about the wait. How can I help you?
Hello. Can I get 2 of the combos, please?
Absolutely. Would you prefer meaty, cheesy, spicy, or vegan gluten-free today?
Meaty, please.
All right, meaty it is. Feel free to swipe your card whenever you're ready.
And done.
Legend.
I'm so glad you guys are open. I went to Senior Buns before and it was terrible.
Oh yeah, you need to order like 10 burgers now to fill you up as
Yeah,
much as like it
yeah.
used to.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, it was horrendous. I regretted it. And it didn't even taste that good at all.
When all of the food is just down horrendous.
Yeah.
And then chippies all gone from the vending machines, I heard.
Honestly, yeah, that's
Yeah, considering they were like what was it, $200 for like a tenth of like bag? It's all there.
Oh, thank you for the raid,
Yeah,
Kate.
bread rolls.
What's going on? Welcome everyone. Hello. How you going? I'm currently just ordering food for myself and Reggie. Because I didn't eat breakfast today.
And this is why pockets is the best.
This.
So much for doing prep
A great stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Welcome, Raiders. Hello. I play the amazing Reggie
Do
mod.
it all over again for the other Pride Parade.
I have ordered. Because I wasn't adult enough to get myself food before I started stream. So, yep, here we are ordering food because, you know,
How you doing, Mo?
Hello.
I can't be an adult anymore.
Very, very hungry.
Yep. Yep. I know how to look after myself. I swear. I swear.
Are we all good?
Place your order.
Well, what orders have been done?
I think that was a very good talk.
They're all done?
Yeah.
I think that was a great talk.
Here we go.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You have a good day.
You as well. Thank you so much. Hello. How can I fill your order today?
Okay. Now we've got to go talk to Fiona and see how she's going. Reggie's just out here putting out fires. Where am I going? My car's upstairs. HR Reggie to the rescue, pretty much, yeah. That's what we do. Reggie's fucking strong suit. But yeah. Reggie's the true leader. You all know it. All right. Now, I need a location to meet Fiona. For those who don't know... Oh yeah, Billy. I hate you.
Why?
You fucked everything up. You fucked it all up, Billy!
Look, it's not as bad as it sounds.
You
like.
fucked
I don't know
everything!
what Fiona's saying, man, but it's like... It's... What did I fuck exactly?
You fucked it all!
Oh, what? I mean, I'm doing
She
just
said you
fine.
put all this pressure on her, and then... Why?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. No,
No,
just say it.
why? Why? Are you
What
happy with
specifically?
yourself?
No, honestly, I'm annoyed at this point because this is just unnecessary drama.
I can't believe you
It's
did
not
this,
that
Billy.
deep. Did what?
I asked you to do one thing. While I was gone, I said lock in Kit. And you did the opposite. You unlocked her. Billy!
Well, I mean, I gave her space and she made her decision. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
I can't believe this, Billy. How could you do this to me?
What?
I gave you one
Come on.
responsibility. And you couldn't do it.
You're right. I couldn't. You know, I tried. You know, her situation that she has with the other warehouse is a little complicated, and I tried to make it work. And you know, I couldn't find a middle ground. You know, but I told her, like, you know, if she wants to be casual, she's welcome to still come over here and farm and help out anytime. Like, it doesn't have to be locked
You
in.
did this, Billy.
Did what, man? I didn't do
Fucking
shit.
hell.
You're fucking with me, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I already sorted it.
Sorted what? What was there to sort?
Well, essentially, I said, the like what you said is, if she's wanting to do stuff with Ellie, that's fine. You don't have any issues with it. And then when we can source another warehouse to start doing mass production, that she can work with you there. Easy.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I told her I said, look, like I have no issues with her working with Ellie. I just didn't want to move a whole bunch of stuff into Ellie's warehouse unless she was willing to, like, switch ownership to either Kid or someone in your group. And I even offered to buy her out. I said, I trust Kit. Like, it's not that. It's just more of,
Kitty!
put ourselves in a situation where we're not
Kitty!
to anything. Otherwise, normally, like, if something happens, we just deal with it. But let's not, put ourselves
I'll
in a
deal with
situation
you,
where
you
something can
motherfucker.
happen. What
I'll
the
deal
fuck
with
does
you.
that mean?
And how you fucking dressed.
Oh, how I'm dressed?
How did Kid already know what you're dressed as? Did you tell Kit
I'm
that you
dressed
dressed
like
as...
this. Like
Oh my
well, she-
god. People have seen
I
you
had a
like
meeting
this?
with her and Ray. Yeah, a lot of people.
Ray saw you like this?
Yeah, Ray saw me like this.
Holy
We had a whole
fuck!
meeting.
God damn it.
What? I mean, what the fuck does it matter what I look like?
Yep.